Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a drawstring bag with my satin and lining. So just measure your desired length, but I'll be using about 11 inches by 9 inches. So I'm marking out the 11 inches for the height. Then we'll trim that out. So we cross check, but I'll be using a measurement of 11 by 9 inches. Okay, so now I have two pieces for the main fabric, which is this black lining, then two pieces of lining also. Okay, so we're going to pick them one after the other and stitch all around, leaving just the mouth, which is one side open. Okay, so I've stitched this all around. You can see I stitched by 1/2 inch all around, leaving one side open. Then I'll pick the lining and do the same thing. So I'll stitch all around, leaving the mouth part open. So on the lining, as I'm stitching the last side, you stitch to some extent and leave about 2 inches opening. Okay, so leave that opening open and continue stitching. So that part is where we're going to pull out the whole thing when we are done sewing. So now that we've done that, we're going to pick the main fabric and the lining, turn it to the right side. So I've turned the lining to the right side, like, yes, turn it. Then and I'm going to put the main fabric and the lining right side to right side, as you can see. So that means the satin is still, the wrong side of the satin is still outside. So just watch carefully. You can see both right side touching each other. Then I'm going to stitch the mouth. So we're going to close the mouth now. Remember, right side to right side. Then I'll close the mouth by 1/2 inch. So sew it all around. And lock where necessary. Okay. Remember to always cut off your thread as you go on, or once you are done sewing. So now separating the satin and the lining now. So we need to work on the edges. So you pick one side. I pick the satin. Open it up this way. Just watch carefully. Make sure the the seam allowance lie over each other. See the way I open it up. Okay, so we're going to measure some inches and sew across. So this way the bag will be able to sit comfortably. Okay, so you can measure from 1 inch, 1.5 or 2 inches from the edge. So you can open up the seam or just put it towards one side. So from the main edge, I measure 2 inches. So I'm going to sew it across. Just watch. Just sew it. So cut off your thread. I'll do the same thing for the other. You open it up like this way. Make sure the seam lies over each other. The sewing below and the one on top. Then you measure your 2 inches again and stitch. So how many inches to measure depends on the size of your bag. Okay. Then for the lining, so watch carefully. I think it should be more clearer here. I'll open it up. Look at the sewing. So let them be over each other. Then you make sure you separate the fabric very well so that nothing is overlapping underneath or in between. Spread it out. Make sure the fabric is well spread out. Okay. Then we'll do the same thing for the second side also. So you still measure your 2 inches and stitch across. So after that is done, remember that 2 inches we left on the lining. So you're going to bring everything out through that part. Bring it to the right side. Both the lining and the main fabric. So once you are done, we need to close the opening. Just top stitch. Please, when you are working on yours, make sure you use a matching thread. So I have to use a contrasting thread just for clarity. Okay. Okay, so now you can see it's making sense. So the next thing now is to top stitch the opening. Arrange it very well. Let the lining slip properly. Then top stitch. Okay, so this is it. The next thing now we'll go on and measure some inches from the edge downward. So I'll be measuring 2 inches because we need to create a channel for the rope. So I measure 2 inches. Then you're going to sew along these 2 inches. Just sew it completely. Sewing the main fabric and lining together, you understand? You lock it. Then from this your first line, this sewing, we're going to go down by either ½ inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch, depending on the size of the rope. So I'll measure 3/4 inches from the actual one down because my rope is about ½ inch. So but if you like, you can measure ½ inch. Like I said, depends on the size of your rope. So I'll measure it all around and stitch it also. Okay, so you stitch it all around so that the difference between them will just be 3/4 inch or ½ inch. And that is done. You can see, if you look closely, then from the inside you can see. So that is the channel through which we're going to pass the rope or the string. So I'll be using this already. I just measured and I think I multiplied by 3 or 4. It depends on how long you want it to be. So I top stitch that, then make use of my safety pin and pass it through. So you're going to open one of the side using your seam ripper. Just pull some thread in between the new channel you open, the new channel you just created now. So from the side seam, pick one of the side seam and open. Just 3 or 4 stitches should be in between. So then you use a safety pin to pass the rope through. So that means this rope now is going in between the satin fabric and the lining. I hope you understand. Then you bring it out from the exact place you went in. So pass it through carefully. Be mindful of the joining allowance in between, or the seam allowance, so that it won't stop you. Okay, so now I skate through and it's out. So you can see it's making sense already. So you can use this for your jewelries, to pack toys, in case your kids' toys are scattered anywhere, or you just need to organize some things. So I'm going to tie the end of the rope so that it won't go in it won't go in anyhow. So this is it. Our drawstring bag is ready. The bag is ready, you can see, and the down part, the way it is flat, you can sit down easily. So this is the outcome. So I hope you find it helpful. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video. So once you are done, you bring out the lining again. Okay.